Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm exploring the historical town of Glastonbury, where myths meet mushrooms and every third person could be Merlin. I've got my camera, I've got you guys, let's go! My next stop is to head up to the top of the Tor. Outstanding views across the valley. It's an absolute must-see. If you are going to come and visit though, do try and visit on a weekday because you will find a lot less people around, but it's definitely worth the climb. This way, come on, good girl. Glastonbury Tor is steeped in legend. It's often linked to Avalon, the mythical island of Arthurian legend where King Arthur was supposedly taken to heal. Some people even associate it with the Holy Grail, an early Christian myth involving Joseph of Arimathea. But to me, it's a really big hill with some amazing views, and let's face it, if you've made it to the top, you deserve a little bit of love. One of the best ways to explore Glastonbury Tor is to get Bertie in the air and see what he can find. Check out this new shot I've got just here. There's something about this that just makes me feel like this could be the womb of the world. And if you catch the Tor in the sunset, you get some amazing views as well. Only the remains of the old abbey on the top of the Tor now, but if you catch it at the right time of day, there's a special shot just waiting for you. The other amazing thing about being on top of the Tor is it's just an amazing place to stop, rest and take it all in. Look at these amazing views. On top of the Tor can get really busy, but if you can catch it in a quiet moment, there's some great shots to catch here. One of the things that I was really impressed with was the way the light came through this old doorway. Let's grab a quick shot and see what it looks like. After that, it's through the Tor and on to our next stop. You can't help but walk past these old oak trees and wonder if these were the worshipping places of druids. And as for the modern day druid, there's no better place to stop than the White Spring and the Red Spring, where two springs come up from underground, allegedly with healing powers. You can't film inside the shrine, but I did manage to get a photo from the outside. One of the other things that I found really special about Glastonbury is all over town there's some amazing artwork out on display in the streets. I've grabbed a few quick shots here, let me know what you think of them. These are my two favourite murals. Now it's time to head on to the old abbey ruins, but before we do, let's check out some of the shops along Glastonbury High Street. It's a real melting pot of religion and culture, well worth checking out if you've got the time. I think this is something that was genuinely the most surprising for me. I don't really know what I was expecting when I came to Glastonbury. You know, you hear great things about it being this really kind of vibey, hippie town, but when you get here, it's absolutely stunning. Everything is different, everything is unique, there's something here for everybody. Here we are at the remains of the old Glastonbury Abbey. It's been a religious site way back right the way to the Celts. It's well worth taking the time to explore and see what you can find. The abbey behind me is Glastonbury Abbey. Now it was actually built in the 8th century and enlarged in the 10th. In 1184 it was destroyed by a terrible fire, but luckily the monks had a great way to fundraise building it again. Amongst the ruins, there's some really great shots to capture. It's all about trying to find those angles and work with the leading lines you've got and the framing that you can get from the old ruins. One of the other things that I really love about old ruins is the way that nature is always trying to reclaim its spot. Look here at the fresh growth coming out of these rocks, it's well worth a shot. And now back on to the story about the monks. The history of Glastonbury Abbey is actually really interesting. Now when the fire destroyed the abbey in 1184, they realised it was going to cost a lot of money to rebuild. And how do you raise money back in the olden days? Pilgrims. The only problem was, Glastonbury didn't have a huge amount going on for it in terms of pilgrims, so what they decided to do, or, depending who you ask, maybe by coincidence, what they accidentally found was the tomb of King Arthur and Guinevere right here on the abbey grounds, strangely, exactly where they were rebuilding the monastery. Now I don't know if it was real, who knows, but the thing about it was, it brought in a lot of revenue through those tourists. And here it is, the tomb of the great man himself, the last resting place of the greatest and most famous king that England has ever produced. Luckily, exactly where the monks could make a couple of quid from it. But hey, if you don't believe in the myth, at least you can have a good time on the grass. There we go guys, that concludes my trip to Glastonbury. It really is a town that's full of magic and mystery, a melting pot of cultures that's well worth taking a few hours or even a few days to really get to know. I'm going to leave you now with a shot of the sunset from the top of the Tor. It's a truly magical place. Remember, if you've enjoyed what you've seen today, hit that like and subscribe button, it really helps the channel grow. And until next time, keep taking those photos, and I'll see you again.